차렷! 경례. Taekwondo REALTOR White Belt Class 14. Alright, so where am I, guys? This is a house that we got it under contract. Finally, it was a tough go around. My clients and I offered on 3 different houses, didn't get those. Our 4th try, we got this house under contract. So we're very happy, we're here. Today we're actually doing our first inspection. So hopefully, if you have never done an inspection, it's not that hard. If I could do it, you could do it. So what happens? So you submitted your offer, the seller liked the offer, they signed the offer, and what next? You probably had to prepare an earnest money check. You grab that from your buyers, and then you delivered it at, usually 90% of the time it will be a title company, and then you go deliver it to the title company, you get that process. But what's the very first, usually the first deadline you will see is inspection. So our inspection objection deadline for this house is next Wednesday. So this is Saturday, so we have a few days. Yesterday I came here with a sewer scope person. They are a company that will have a camera that goes underneath the sewer drain from the house all the way to the city tap, and to see if there's any breakage in the line, to make sure there's no roots in there, so make sure our client gets a really nice sewer. So we did that yesterday. So I was here yesterday, and today we're just doing the regular home inspection. We have a radon kit down in the basement that we're gonna put to test out the radon level. And then we have a home inspection. So there are actually kind of 3 inspections that I recommend for realtors to do for their buyers. Sorry about the background water noise. We got the washer running to make sure there's no leak there. So first question, should you or not be at the inspection? My recommendation is be there if you can, if time permits to be at the inspection. So that if your clients have any questions, as a real estate expert, you don't know everything, but you should know a lot about the house. So you could tell them, the different things. And if the inspector points out a really major flaw in the house, you should know what that is. I mean, it's easier to see it with the inspector and your buyers than read it through the report and try to figure out what's really wrong with the house. So that's why I would recommend you being at the inspection. You don't want to influence the inspector. Of course, you want your buyers and inspector to freely talk about the house so that they are comfortable with all the functions and their potential repair issues with the house. So we're right in the middle. We've been here for about an hour right now. So far so good. This house is beautiful. They have new roof, a newer roof. I mean, everything in the house seems to be working fine. So before you hire an inspector or recommend an inspector in our industry, they recommend, did you guys know that inspectors are not regulated? They don't have to be licensed. So it could be a high school student graduating from high school, and next day they could become an inspector. And if you go to court of law, if they did something really bad to your clients, their liability is really the amount of the inspection. So if it's $700, they're liable only up to $700. What if it's bigger issue that you couldn't see, or you as a buyer's broker didn't really find that, and then could be an issue? It could be your liability. So my recommendation is definitely be at the inspection. Also, when you refer inspectors, the rule of thumb is 3. You want to refer out 3 really prefer inspectors. You want to give it to your clients to pick one of the 3 companies to choose on their own. I'm here with Inspector Michael. We're doing our first home inspection, and this class we're going to go over what you should do as a realtor, buyer's realtor, at an inspection. So Michael is going to cover what we're going to cover during our inspection time. So before we go on, I think the first question I got from a new realtor is, who chooses the inspector? So my recommendation is always the homeowner gets to choose the inspector. We could recommend 3 inspectors and have the homeowner contact the inspector of their choice, or have them just go on Google and look at the rating and see who's the best. But you know, that's always up to the homeowner to select the inspector. So Inspector Mike, would you kind of tell us who you are?
Oh, all right. Hi, my name is Mike Latt with Landmark Home Inspections. I've been an inspector now for just a little over 6 years. I've inspected around 2,000 homes or so, so I'm pretty well versed in what I do. So the key of a home inspector essentially is just to find the typical defects that you would find with any property. Essentially, our primary focus is to keep the homeowner as informed as possible.
Great, so we've been here for an hour. You got to the inspection about 45 minutes before the actual inspection time, looked around the roof, the siding, the outside, and then came in with us about an hour. So for about an hour time, what did you look at?
My primary focus going along the exterior is to look along any of the exposed foundation walls for any potential defects, especially with any wood siding that we had here today. Keeping an eye out for potential risks for wood rot or potential issues with moisture intrusion. Once I get up on the roof, my key point, especially in here in Colorado, we're the #1 state for hail. I try to keep an eye out for any type of hail dings, hail damage, or anything that could be related for a potential insurance claim or a risk for moisture intrusion inside the home.
Perfect. So as a realtor, should you be at the inspection or should you be in the office? My recommendation is be at the inspection, just in case we have something major issue with the house. You will know what's wrong with it, and then you could be with the clients and talking about that on site. How about you? What are your recommendations?
I think you're correct. I agree with that. It's always nice to have the agent present. It's also nice, but not necessarily required to have the homeowner present. We like to kind of ease with communication, so it's nice to have people present just so we can go over things face to face.
And when the homeowner is kind of bored at the inspection, they could bring tape measures and measure their rooms for their future furniture and so forth. Now we're going to just cover real quick. We did 3 types of inspection: home inspection with a sewer scope yesterday, and then we're doing radon. That's kind of the 3 primary inspections going on, common ones going on right now. Would you touch really quick on those 3?
Yes. Typically, having a sewer scope done is a very good idea, especially because the actual sewer line to your home can lead to some expensive repairs if it is not maintained and installed correctly. The radon analysis is also a very nice test to have. Essentially can put your homeowner in peace of mind as of the fact that we do have elevated levels of radon throughout the state of Colorado. It's always nice to just test that and make sure it's below the EPA threshold and nice and safe for the homeowner. As far as the general inspection, I really can't imagine buying a home without one. We are trained and equipped to really find hopefully any and all defects that we can find for the property. Again, just to keep both the agent and the buyer informed.
Great. Well, for the final few things, what's the latest trend in inspection? What's the most common issue we're seeing after inspection? Maybe we're in Highlands Ranch here. Is there anything particular that you will look for?
In Colorado, in my experience, one of the main things that tends to be our primary focus is going to be electrical issues. They're fairly common throughout the state, especially in homes built typically in the 80s and older. It's very common to find outdated and obsolete electrical panels and issues with potential circuitry problems as well.
All right. Appreciate it, Michael. Thanks, guys, for watching. So after the inspection is done, Michael's going to prepare all the inspection report. He will email it to your clients, email it to you. So you review those. If you have any questions, you always call the inspector and ask him, what was that about? So he could explain it better for you, and you could talk to your clients, prepare what's called inspection objection. You get that off to the seller's agent or listing broker they'll review that and they may probably counter. You may ask for 5 items that you think you want the sellers to fix, and then you negotiate on that, and then you negotiate on the inspection resolution. So that's how the whole process goes, and hopefully that will give you a little oversight on overview on the inspection. All right, thank you. 차렷 경례. So that's kind of quick, simple, just what you do at inspections, what you should do, not do. Hopefully that helped you. And that's my class. Hopefully I'll see you the next class, class number 15, white belt class number 15. We're either going to learn about more title insurance or maybe just in homeowners insurance. So that will probably be our next video, but we'll see you then. Until then, 차렷 경례.